Hello, good morning. Welcome to class. Today, we are going to be learning about the use of has and have. And these two are verbs. The use of has and have. Has and have are verbs. And remember, we said verbs are action words. So, when do we use has? Has is used with singular nouns and pronouns. We said has is used with singular nouns or pronouns. For example, when you are talking about singular noun, you are talking about one thing, one place, one animal, or one person. For example, like I said, thing, one thing, we are talking about singular noun. Remember, a noun is a name of any person, animal, place, one animal, place, or thing, person. So we are talking about when we are talking about singular nouns, then we use has. Thing, one singular thing or one thing like pen, one animal like cats, one place like you can say Lagos, person you can say child, or you can say Tolu. So when we are talking about singular thing, person, animal, place, or thing, then we use the verb has. When we're also talking about singular pronouns, singular, pronouns take the place of a noun. Instead of it to say Shola is handsome, you say he is handsome. So he is a pronoun. So when you're talking about singular pronouns, they they also take singular pronouns also take the verb has. Singular pronouns like he, like she, like it, like him, like her. Those are singular pronouns. Okay? So when you're talking about singular pronouns, you use the verb has. Now let's move to have. When do we use have? Okay, before we move to have, okay, let's talk about have. Have is used with plural nouns and pronouns. Plural nouns and pronouns. That means when you use the verb have, you are talking about more than one place, more than one person, more than one animal, more than one. So that means you can be talking about two, three, four, five things, persons, animals. Okay. For example, you can say, you can say cats, you can say pens, you can say children. So you're talking about um more than one person, more than one animal, more than one place. You can say the amusement parks or amusement parks. That place, you're talking about more than one place. So when you're talking about more than one person, now one person, one animal, one thing, one place. Then you use the verb have. Okay. So and you can also use. Okay, let me give examples. You can have cats. You can have parks. You can have children, or you can say Tolu and Tope. Then you can have, sorry, cat is, this is not a thing. Cat is supposed to be under animal, cat. Then you can have pens. Good job. So you can have pens under things. Okay, so then when you are talking about singular pronouns, like I said, you also use the verb have. You use the verb have. Singular pronouns like they, them. That means you're talking about more than one person. Them, we, and us. Now, we also use the verb have with pronouns I and you. We use the verb have for pronouns I and you. Though I and you can be singular, but they take the place of the verb have with all these plural pronouns. So when you use I and you should know that you are going to be using the verb have. Is that okay? So I and you takes the place of the verb have. So like I said, have is also used with they, you, I, and so on. Good. So let's look at the examples. Tola has, number one, Tola has a storybook. Now, the verb you used is what? Has. The verb used is has. Why? Why are we using has and not have? We use has because we are talking about one person, which is Tola. So Tola is a noun and it is a singular noun. Tola is a noun and it is a singular noun, or we are talking about one person. That is why we used has. Now let's look at the second example. The children have storybooks. The children have storybooks. Now, why are we using the verb have? We are using the verb have because we are talking about plural noun. Plural noun, more than one person. Then we're talking about children. We're talking about more than one child. So children. So because we're talking about a plural noun, then we must use have. Very simple. Now let's look at the third example. I have I have a pencil. I have a pencil. So why are we using have and not has? We are using have because we said because we said I and you takes the verb have. I and you takes the verb I. So now the pronoun we are using here is I. So I will always follow the verb have. Now let's look at the fourth example. We have you have an apple. You have an apple. Now why are we using the verb? What verb are we using here? Have. Why? Because I and you takes the verb have. Now look at it, look at the pronoun. You look at the pronoun in front and you see it, and the pronoun is what? You. And you takes the verb have. So you have an apple. This is correct. Do you have a bicycle? So the verb we use here is have. Why did we use have? Because the verb, the pronoun we use is what? You. You is a pronoun, okay? And we said that the pronoun you and I take the verb have. You have a bicycle. You have a bicycle. Okay? So that is it by or that is it with the use of have and has. So let's do a quick recap. Like I said, when you are using have, when we are using have, we use have with singular nouns and pronouns. We use has with singular nouns and pronouns. We use have with plural nouns and pronouns. Okay? And I and you also we use have. We use have with I and you. Then we use has with singular nouns and pronoun. Then have, we use it with plural nouns and pronoun, except for the fact that we also use I and you for I and you take the verb have. Okay? So, if you have any question or clarification, please kindly send them through the comment box. Bye.